Yeah.
You ready?
Y'all good? All right.
All right.
Hey.
Fresh off the plane on a dog ass.
I'm talking about, hey man, look, I hopped off the plane and then I was trying to run in here. And then I was like, yo, let me check the mail because I was expecting some things to come through. But I didn't think they was really gonna be here, but they was here.
Okay.
Yeah. University Blue.
Hey, I like, man. I have such a weird, interesting relationship with Jays. When I see them, like those, I super appreciate. I love the color waves on Jays are top tier.
Yeah. Yo, man, are you doing like, you know how they do the money phone? Was that the J phone you did on the first one? Hello.
Yeah. So, look, man.
And you gonna play in them? That's the crazy part. Lanzo's here, rich.
Look, you know what happened? So y'all know I don't spend money on clothes. It's just not something I really believe. I like to dress nice, but at an affordable price.
Gotcha.
Only thing that cost is shoes. I haven't figured out a workaround for shoes.
Yeah.
Yo, man, I used to have a plug, man. You just get a brother that works for the company, but then that'll run out too. You know?
Oh, is he not there no more?
Nah, he still works for him.
But the plug just ain't the same.
It just, I mean, I don't know how much I was getting plugged in the first place. He was probably just gifting me because, you know, he's doing well in life. Keep going.
Yeah. So I'll be honest with y'all. I ordered 9 pair of shoes.
I don't mind spending money on clothes. I actually like it, but I want it to be something very specific for me or unique.
Yeah.
I don't want to have the Prada jacket that everybody's wearing. I don't. If I'm gonna do it, I gotta do it for me.
Yeah. Man.
For the sake of doing it. You know what I mean,
my kids, man, they was like on this tear where they was ordering a bunch of shoes, and I objected against it until their shoe size was mine. So now that I know their feet is gonna grow and they're not gonna be able to wear it, yo, I'm coming up now. So
that's how you do it, baby.
It's the W, baby.
So I ordered 9 pair and 2 have arrived. So I'm still waiting on 7 pair of shoes.
Wow.
Hey man, and they just set them in front of the door. Or they put them in the mailbox.
In the mailbox.
In the big box.
you know when you open the mailbox, then it's a key inside the mailbox.
Right.
To get to a big box, it was like that. And then when I opened it, I seen the key. I was like, ooh. But the crazy part is I don't know which pairs is coming. I just know it's 9 on the way. And these is the first 2 that came. So I'm waiting on 7 shoes.
Yo, man, here's a question for y'all, man.
See the first one again.
Yo, man, I want to know this too about y'all, man. How many pairs of shoes do y'all take on a weekend?
Yeah, those is all right. Let me see the bottom. Yeah, them all right. I don't hate those at all. I take minimum 4, more likely 5 to 6.
Oh yeah, you different, nigga.
Yeah, I do minimum 4. Cause I'm gonna do normally I'm gonna do a semi casual shoe. If it's a Thursday to Sunday, I'm gonna do a semi casual. I'm gonna probably have a shoe for radio. I'm gonna have which might not be the same. I'll have whatever I have on. And well, look, let's go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, radio, and then what I have on. So that normally ends up 5 to 6. Or somewhere between 4 and 6. Sometimes some of these I can double up, but never less.
Like a lot of luggage.
Yeah.
I take a big bag and then a carry on.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's.
But I also be packing for the trip I want to have, not the trip I'm probably gonna have. I be packing for like, all right. Well, I'm gonna need an all white outfit because you never know. You know, in Charlotte, Puffy might throw an all white part. I gotta be prepared for that. Well, I won't get there till 1:30, but I got to be able to check like that kind of shit. I also don't pack exactly what I'm going to wear. Like I don't pick it like that. Like I like these are the options, and I get there. I'm like that Friday night. I'm like, okay, like that.
Yeah.
How many shoes you do?
Yo, man, I got 2 at most and some slides.
Really?
Yeah, man, Yeah, man, I just rock out, man. The stuff I'm going to rock on the stage, man. One of those is going to be the pair that I show up with, you know? So, and then I got the extra pair that I like, don't even want to touch the regular ground, you know? So those stay in the suitcase. And then, yeah, man, it'd be about two. Hey, man, sometimes I'll force myself to buy underclothes by not packing any. So I'll have to go to Target or Walmart on the way to the room, so I have to buy new underclothes, man. That's how I make it happen.
So give or take how new the shoe is, I'll put my underclothes in the shoes. I'll take drawers, t-shirts, put them in plastic, and then stuff them in the shoes so the shoe keep it warm.
Hey, man, I like that to kill the creases
and save space.
Save some space.
You can't really do that with a size 10 shoe. It's just you're not really.
Yeah, I definitely wear a 13.
You're not really fitting nothing in there. I'm the same though, Mike. I usually the pair of shoes I got on, and then I got some slides, and then another pair of shoes for the most part.
I think the problem is I don't have no slides. That sounds like what the issue is.
Yo, you know why I got slides too? I don't really always like walking on the hotel floor with like.
That's the only reason. Bro, listen, no, check this out. I bring slides for the hotel room and the hotel gym.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, man, that's what it be about.
That's what it is. It's like, yeah, bro, I ain't finna be walking through this hotel room with these. Yep.
Yeah, because I'm definitely, that's why I don't have no slides. The Texas nigga and me still walk around barefooted all the time. And the socks, no, bare feet on the concrete, bare feet in the hotel lobby. Like, if don't let me have to rent a car, I didn't pull up to the hotel, checked in, raw feet on their floor. What? I'm going to my room. Shut up. Nigga, car, raw feet, back to the car, raw feet. Oh, yeah, I'm grocery store, raw feet. I be very often I'm barefooted, way too often. This is gonna have to change at some point in time in my rise to stardom.
I don't know, man. Or you create a lane. You might be creating a lane for people who don't want to waste money on packing slides and socks and stuff,
But I don't want to be one of them niggas, the shoe off niggas. I don't want to be an Eric Benet, you know what I mean?
Oh man. I hate that photo. I hate that photo.
You're gonna have to start drinking straight out of coconuts.
Yeah, I don't want to be that one of them type niggas.
Yeah, you talking about with the khakis?
Yeah, the khakis and the linen. You're not really in shape, but you're not fat either. I'm not trying to be
right with the feet flex. Like
now y'all seen who was that just had the picture come out?
What you mean?
One of them niggas. One of them Eric Benet type niggas.
Oh, Gambino with the lineup?
No. I'm talking about it might have been Eric Benet. Niggas like 50 years old or something. I had the dreads.
Hey man, I know what you're talking about. This just happened because it was like a palm tree or something in the background or a cabin or something.
Yeah. And the nigga looked amazing.
Oh, was it what's his name? The singer. What was his name?
Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz. Was he Lenny?
Probably so. He a shoe off ass nigga too.
Yeah, he is. He is though. Yo, that's a category.
Yeah, I don't want to be one of them. I want to be one
ass nigga.
Who's your favorite shoe off ass nigga?
I think, oddly enough, Eric Benet is one of my favorite low key shoe off ass nigga / artists, because Eric Benet really be on some Mac shit, but it's really interwoven behind other shit. Like when him and Halle Berry got together, I wasn't surprised. I was like, yeah, I can see that. I can see him pulling that off. Because I just listened to enough songs to hear him say shit. I'm like, oh, this nigga on here popping shit, huh?
I'm trying to find this picture. I feel like it was.
I thought it was Mac. It could have been Maxwell, but I think it was Lenny Kravitz though. Yeah,
and Maxwell too.
And one of Eric Benet's songs, he didn't say, "Girl, I'm gonna make you come everywhere. I'm gonna make you bust." He said, "You'll be whimpering gently, shivering softly, but you won't be sad or cold." And he was singing it. You'll be whimpering gently, shivering softly, but you won't be sad or cold. And then after that, it said, "You know what that is? That's just my way." I said, "Okay, yeah, this nigga here is this is a nigga whispering in your girl ear." It's crazy. It's coming a little bit with whimpering gently.
You know when a nigga be so smooth and he greet everybody with the "Hey, how you doing, beautiful lady?" and he kiss your girl on the cheek. Yo, how mad you is when a nigga kiss your girl on the cheek, huh?
Yeah, man.
Right.
Nah,
or when he grab her hand and hey. It's like, no, nigga, my hand next, nigga. You gonna be kissing hands out here, my nigga.
That's what you doing.
Kiss my whole hand kissing ass nigga. I got hands too, nigga.
But here's the crazy part, Les. This nigga laugh at all your jokes. He think you the most hilarious nigga in the world. Oh man, you crazy, man. I don't know how you do it.
Everything about this nigga is just love. But fuck all that.
Everything about every movie you see with the character and it's just like the shaman ass nigga. Those are the shit.
Hey man, I hate that dude. That he didn't want to hold eye contact a little too long too. You know, even when he laughing at your shit, the eye contact make you look away.
You go to shake his hand, he go for a hug. Nah, man.
Nah, black man, bring it in.
All his jewelry's on a little one of them little ropes, like the boots, the boot shoestrings.
Oh like, yeah, he definitely got a wooden necklace too.
He got all wooden jewelry.
That nigga got beads from here all the way up to here. We having them goddamn beads on.
Whole verse tattooed on him. Whole poetic ass verse.
As you do this intro, we're gonna talk about this shit.
Yo, man. Oh yeah, let me just knock it out real quick, man. Welcome everybody. The Black T University episode, you won't even believe it, 37 in your motherfucking face. Episode 37 of BTU Black T University, and we in here. Mikey Winfield.
Goddamn BT Kingsley.
Lance Woods, you know what I'm saying?
Before we keep going, man, today is a celebration episode. We hit a major milestone. I want to put a major shout out to all the people who are downloading and listening to this on all your different podcast homes and all that good jazz. We hit 1,000 streams, y'all. We hit 1,000 podcast downloads.
Yo, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Where the sound effects? Yeah. Yo, that's what I'm talking about.
Hit a big 1,000, man. So y'all keep you know what I mean? Because we do it on Zoom, we do it live, we do the YouTube so everybody can see it, but also, you know, that thing is up and running, man. 1,000 downloads on podcast. So that means somewhere on Apple Music, Spotify, people are just downloading, listening to it. Truck drivers, you in the car right now, listen to it, man. Hey, bro, thank you, man. Sometimes you be making your girl listen to it. Hey, just put your hand on your girl thigh right now, fam. You know what I mean? And just take that pinky and raise a little high, tickle that thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Tickle that thing.
Hell yeah. Hey, man, look, congratulations to y'all, man. Because you know what's interesting is like, this is a group success right here, you know?
Yeah.
And it's interesting too, because as we each have our individual successes, we bring that to this as well. So, man, like I knew going in, that was the bonus to actually be around other talented people. You know, like you could talk to anybody, but everybody ain't talented. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool like that too, man, where it's like, it's something here as
did y'all get to that point where you like, I don't want to do nothing else unless I'm doing it with my friends?
Oh man. Oh.
Yeah, I can feel that. Yeah. And if not, they better be cool as hell where they can be around my friends so then my friends can come.
Yeah. But it all circle back to the same thing.
Absolutely, because you want to be winning with the people that you win with. I noticed something else too, man. Like to a certain, some of this stuff I think I just be internalizing, but you ever feel like you're slightly out of the circle of like fuck with, not like that you care, but just something you observe. Like, man, I never get calls for that kind of shit. And I know people in the space and we're good, but I just never. That's interesting.
Yeah, I have spoken on this before. I'm like, I do, man, but I embrace that I'm like an entity of something else, and I'm fine with that.
Yes.
My whole philosophy is get in where you fit in, you know, and create your own lane. So I absolutely hear you, and I absolutely understand, you know, how that works too. And when it works, it works.
Absolutely.
You know what it'd be? It'd be like it's on the borderline of fuck with, and it's on the borderline of like popping too. Because when you popping, everybody fuck with you. You know what I mean? So it's like the interesting thing is what you offer, right?
Yeah.
So I know I offer, you know, it's just like extreme humor and just cool as fuck.
Right.
It's very valuable. I'll be looking at certain circles or certain situations like, oh yeah, all them niggas smoke. I don't be smoking.
Absolutely.
Oh, all them niggas be drunk. I don't be drinking.
Yeah.
All them niggas married. I don't be doing that either. You know what I mean? It'd be like you find like the reasons why people be clicking up sometimes. You know, I don't like to think about things in the I ain't gonna say negative. Negative ain't the word. In the typical way that comics always feel like this is the issue. You know, comics always feel like they don't fuck with me because I'm too funny.
Right.
It's like, I don't think that's it.
Not for them. For some people, just not for the people that normally think that.
Yeah, I don't think that's the reason. I think there's something else here. You know, so you know how like they told you at some point there's like, yo, there's some things they're just not gonna call you for because you're too good.
So okay, in that aspect, circle it back to the appreciation. I appreciate doing this show with y'all because I understand those things for myself and for y'all also, right? Like I understand how talented y'all are. I understand how cool we are. I understand like it's one of my favorite things about doing this show because when we look back at what the success of it will be, it's just like, oh man, it was easy to do it with my friends. It was easy to do it with these dudes, and all these dudes are immensely talented. And we were all slightly adjacent from whatever the popping thing is, right? So, and at some point in time, that'll probably adjust. There'll be somebody looking at this show like, man, I don't be on Black T University. Like, they'll be looking at this as the popping thing, which I just think is dope. So 1,000, man, the first 1,000 in mini molded cup.
They call that a G where I'm from.
Now let's talk about this bullshit. So listen, both of y'all, because y'all do this kind of fuck shit. I didn't drink this whole cup. I don't know how much of a smoothie you're supposed to drink, but I drink just a comparison. This is a big ass cup, bro. Ginger, pineapple, the cucumber, and a little bit of lemon. What the fuck does this do to you? Everybody drinking this shit, so I tried it. What the fuck does it do to you?
I don't know what that combination does to you. It sounds disgusting though.
It wasn't horrible.
It's a lot of sweet. It sounds real sweet.
It's not sweet.
Pineapple,
citric.
Yeah, pineapple, lemon.
Not a full lemon, just like a squeeze of lemon. It's like a squeeze of lemon. Pineapple, cucumber are the main ingredients. Ginger and a little bit of lemon. To my understanding, it's like a aggressive like fat burner, which means if I keep standing up and leaving, I'm taking a call from the Cleveland Browns. No, like,
hey man, that's what I was gonna say. I thought it was gonna make your shitting more efficient.
Yeah.
I'm dumb, pretty, TMI, but I'm pretty fucking regular. I don't know what the fuck it's supposed to do, but I have started drinking this shit.
Okay. How many a day? Is it one a day?
It's supposed to be 2, but as much as I drink, I think this would account for 1.
The equivalent.
Fuck it, I'll tell you. When I go to Jack in the Box and I get the large drink, that motherfucker all pour into here and it don't be full. So it's a big ass beverage. This might be too much, but it's too late. I didn't drink the shit now. If something happened tomorrow, I'll let y'all know.
Yo, man, let me ask you this. What if you didn't drink that, but you didn't eat the Jack in the Box?
That's not an option. We already talked about that.
That sounds crazy.
Oh,
Where I'm gonna get Jack in the Box flavors from?
True, man. Maybe
I could sometimes just pour salt on my tongue, but that just sounds, no, just fucking around. But no, like, no.
Said, they don't give a fuck about what nobody talk about. Wings is gonna happen.
Wings is go. No, but in my defense, last night I had wings, but air fry. So I've been doing crazy on the air fry. Last night I had like wings, air fried wings and asparagus.
Yo, man, I got a question. How many settings does your air fryer have? Because I think we done got some. I don't ever look at the bill of what's been paid for, and I feel like my air fryer might have too many settings.
You think it's raising the electricity?
Yo, man.
It definitely takes a lot of power because very often it knocks out the power in the kitchen. Very often, like if I can't run the air fryer and the microwave at the same time. Oh fuck! The whole left side of my house is shut down. So it got. I don't know how to work it like that. I just know how to specifically cook wings in it.
Mine has 7, so it's like a little knob, and you turn it, and it goes up and down 7 settings. So there's air fry, there's air bake, there's air something else, air something else, air something else, and air something else. And I just think, man, that's just a lot. That's a lot.
It just seems like it's doing a lot.
It's too much, man.
Yeah.
Yo, hey, BT. You remember when well, of course you remember. The last Keep Your Distance I done, you came through, and then we went to BJ's after.
Yes.
And Griff was like, me and my wife gonna send you an air fryer.
Yes.
Nigga really sent me an air fryer. This niggas, I'm looking at it right now. That nigga really texted me like, yo, what's your address? And nigga, 3 days later, it was a fucking air fryer at my home.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yo, man.
Have you used it?
Not as much. I kind of playing around with it. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with it because I don't be eating fried food like that. So I gotta figure out.
It's only called an air fryer because they don't know another way to explain it. It's not fried. That's the whole point. Frying, the problem with frying food is the grease, right? It's you're taking the grease and it's the grease intake that's the fucking problem. There's no grease. It's just cooking it at high speed air, but so hot that it fucking cooked the food all the way through. So like for air fryer chicken, right? If I was gonna fry chicken, I gotta take the chicken, season it, wash it first, because we niggas, right? Season the shit, put flour on it. Flour, now I got carbs in here, right? And then take all this fucking cooking oil and then literally drench it in deep frying oil and then pad the grease off so I'm not biting and grease not flying down my face. With the air fryer chicken, you season it, you take like maybe like cooking grease, and when I say it's like a hair, just like if and this is, and you don't even have to do that. That just makes it slightly crunchier. It just make it more chickeny. It make it more like, you know,
chickeny.
It make it more, you know.
Chickeny.
Yo, man, we talking Black Tea University cooking class?
Hey, we here now. But you a little bit of like the and it could be like vegetable spray. It could be any. You could do, but you could do anything. It's just a little cooking spray. I mean, a spritz of that shit like that, and it just intensifies it and makes it crispier. If you didn't do it, it'll be just as good. It just won't be as crunchy,
as chickeny.
It won't be as chicken. It won't be like fried chicken. The spray makes it like fried chicken. If you don't do that, then it's like baking chicken, but it's probably even healthier than baking.
Yo, how did you get your air fryer, BT? I want to hear everybody's how did you get your air fryer conversation.
Some magic eye photography Malik that runs Wednesday night.
Yeah.
At the night. He said, man, air fryer fried chicken tastes better than fried chicken. I said, you're a liar, sir. He said it does. And then I said no. And I went to his house because there was a young lady over there that was possibly painting my hair. She was doing stuff to my hair. Yeah. Nigga passed me some fried chicken. And I was like, I really don't eat fried chicken like that. I cook fried chicken like once a year. And I was like, yeah, I don't really do fried chicken like that. And I was like, no, try it. So yeah, I know it's good. I love fried chicken. He was like, nigga, this is the air fryer. This is the air fryer? And I went and bought one the next day.
Convinced. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I believe you, but that's for somebody who's not eating chicken at all. I don't know if I believe that fried and greased chicken is not as good as air fried chicken.
I'll show you vegan option. Mike, next time you go get French fries, don't heat them and like you don't eat them all, put them in the air fryer. They'll be better.
Reheat them.
Reheat them in the air fryer. They'll be better than when you first have them.
Yo, I'm skeptical on fast food fries, man. Do you know that some of the ingredients is beef broth in fries?
Well, yeah, that's why you think they taste good, bro. This ain't an accident. Okay, look.
You're right.
Take a potato, cut that bitch up at the house. Do the French fries in the air fryer. Do broccoli in the air fryer. You could do anything in that bitch.
Okay. I'm just not sure if it's all hype. Like if the air fryer would have came out first and then grease would have came out second, people be like, yo, you gotta try this grease shit. This grease shit is hot, yo. Like it pop all over the place, but the ingredients in the grease, dog.
Once you get past the shit is delicious. Just don't fry it with your shirt off.
It's not better, might be a stretch, but it's more consistent.
Okay.
When I have air fried chicken, no matter where it's at, it's good. When I fry chicken, it's good. When I have other people's fried chicken, it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Air fried chicken is always Popeyes or whoever you fuck with. It's always Popeyes. It never is Churchill.
Never wavers. Hey man, like you guys, well, Lance Moore, I didn't pay for my air fryer either. By way of marriage, we got a rich uncle who my wife went over to his house, and he was like, "Hey, go in and take that box home." She was like, "What is it?" He was like, "Oh, it's an air fryer. He ain't never gonna use it." And we came home with an air fryer with like 9 settings, you know, and that's the one that's here. So man, I don't know. I don't really fool with it like that, but stuff is made in it. That's all right.
You know what else has been a trick too, is as opposed to doing traditional colored people seasoning like salt, pepper, seasoning sauce, I've started going more towards spices. So it's like, and borderline in a full like shake and bake mode at this point in time. So like after it's done, then I just like, you know, do the cayenne pepper or like paprika, like spices, as opposed to salt, nigga. Salt, like as opposed to, you know, foot gone like that.
It's been years since I had something and said, let me put salt on this.
Oh no, I still doing it.
Yo, that's next level though of using spices. Like that's the ones that people go and pick out the jungle.
That's herbs and spices.
Yeah.
You need some. Oh, you need some bimbos.
What do I?
You need some bimbos.
Who's a bimbo? I love big titties.
Bimbos, overalls. You want to go get herbs and spices out the jungle, nigga? You need some overalls.
Oh, there. Right. With the little leather ones.
Mm-hmm.
And or you know how they have the seasoning that's like no salt, the what's that shit called? Fat. What's it called? The stuff, y'all. The non-salt seasonings.
Like
come on.
Obey?
No. There's non-salt seasonings. Like they're specifically like, oh, we don't have no salt. I keep wanting to say Lori's, and that's clearly not it.
That's seasoning salt.
It's definitely seasoning salt. Not
sodium free something?
No, it's not even, it's literally no salt. I don't remember. Somebody allspice. I got nothing.
Spice Adams.
Never mind.
All right.
So y'all never did the ginger shit, so I guess I'm on my
Spice Girls.
Scary Spice.
Miss Dash.
How are y'all feeling about? Wait, when does the playing game? Is it this weekend?
I don't know, but it's coming up.
It's the 18th. When's the 18th? That's the 18th.
Yeah, the 18th is and exactly a week away.
Oh wow! So that's why Bron's possibly coming back
tonight.
Today.
Today is the 11th.
Yeah, Mrs. Dash. Yeah, that's what it was. How y'all feel about this league, man? She's popping right now.
Hey man, yo Lance, you start.
It's it's entertaining. This is one of the years. One of the first years I could think of is like I don't really know who gonna win. And like I feel like the Lakers because I feel like LeBron is fine. I feel like AD will be fine, and then I like them to win, and I would pick them over anybody else.
Now, what if they're the 6th seed and they gotta play the Clippers like next week?
I don't think that matters. I mean, you're gonna have to play. You're gonna have to play. You in the Western Conference is not many. It ain't many workarounds. Now I'll say, Denver had a shot. I don't think they got a shot without Jamal Murray, even though they're winning and all of that. It ain't the same without come playoff time. You need somebody who can just make those kind of shots. And I think Joker gonna get MVP and all of that. And as dope as he is, it ain't the same without Jamal Murray.
Is he coming back? Will he come back? Like if they make it to the second round, would he come back?
No.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he's
towards
like
ACL.
Hey man, wait a minute. Did that happen
To Klay Thompson.
Donovan Mitchell too?
Yeah, what's going on with Donovan Mitchell? Because he's out too.
He is out.
I don't know. I didn't see what happened to Donovan Mitchell.
I thought he got hurt with something like that too, man. I think this year, man, is probably coming out the East. I think we're gonna get a champion out the East.
And I believe that's possible because I'm looking at Brooklyn clearly, right? And then Milwaukee. I like Milwaukee a lot. And Drew Holiday. I like Milwaukee. The only problem with Milwaukee is that other teams are good too. There's no real flaw. I like Miami a lot when it's time. And then I like Philadelphia.
I like Philadelphia a lot. With Doc Rivers and Embiid and running the whole system through Embiid, because he ain't really got no enemies over there. He ain't got no opposition over there. Like KD gon' KD and Harden gon' Harden and Kyrie gon' Kyrie. But they ain't got nothing for that boy in the middle.
Yeah, man. So it's tough. And then so I literally like 4 teams in the West or in the East. I mean, those 4. I wouldn't be surprised if any of those 4 teams came out the East. And then if I go out West, the Lakers and the Clippers, right? But then the Suns. I just don't know how much I believe in the Suns once he get down to it.
I don't believe in their depth. I don't believe in their depth.
Yeah, and you already said a few episodes ago you got something against Devin Booker.
Man, he just don't. Devin Booker should have more Jason Tatum-like games. Because I feel like they're equal or Devin Booker slightly better. And Tatum tends to put up, you'll look up and Tatum will have 50 or 49. Like, I just don't feel like Devin Booker do that enough.
Yeah, man, this might be his season to come alive, though, man. And I'm saying that because, I mean, everybody ain't Jamal Murray, man. But, man, when it comes down to it, it's people going.
He might do that in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. He might come over. This is like his time to shine right now, man. He already, reaching them years. I think, even though I don't trust the Suns either, he still might go off.
And I mean, Chris Paul makes them different. He make Chris Paul. I always trust that they're gonna get a good shot when it's time. Because that's what a lot of playoff ball be about. It's like teams don't really even know how to get a good shot sometimes because it's like you play a team 4 or 5 times. There ain't no secrets. Everybody know what you're running. They know he want to get the ball right there. How are you gonna make this happen?
Y'all don't believe that shit. Watch this. Let's say it plays out like this, right? Portland gets the 6th seed. The Lakers play the Warriors in the play-in, right? I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say the Warriors gonna win that shit. Just feel like they're in better rhythm. I just feel like they might get one off. Lakers will then play Memphis and or San Antonio. They'll beat them and they'll be the number 8 seed. If the Lakers play Jazz in round 1 and Phoenix plays the Warriors, are you confident that the Phoenix Suns, totally healthy, can beat these Warriors?
Yes.
I say yeah.
I am not even.
But I understand why you're not. But that don't speak to your disbelief in Phoenix as much as it speaks to your belief in Steph Curry.
Yeah, but if Portland played Phoenix in round, I don't know who Phoenix can beat in the first round outside of Denver or the Jazz.
I mean, these are the teams that I would be more afraid. Like Denver.
That's the only people that I would say, oh, Phoenix has a chance to make it past the Jazz or Denver. I don't feel comfortable saying they beat the Clippers. I don't feel comfortable saying they beat the Lakers. I don't feel comfortable saying they beat the Warriors. I don't feel comfortable saying they beat Portland. I don't feel
Yo, man, hey, where's Portland ranked right now? Do they have all their pieces?
6th.
They're 6th.
And they got all their pieces.
Yes.
That's kind of who you should fear. That's who I think is one of those sneaky teams, man. Been together, got some extra pieces. It's one of the ones to look out for.
The thing about the West is because everybody's good. So it's like some of these teams is going to knock each other out. It's like Portland is scary, but so are the Clippers. And if they play each other, somebody's about to lose. Just is what it is, man. Like the Warriors aren't scary to me. It's just like, nah, Steph might just go get 70, literally.
Hey, who's the league's GOAT right now?
Like who's the best player in the league?
Who's the best player in the league today?
You mean today, counting all injuries and everything?
Like I'm talking about right now, going into these playoffs, who is the most feared player right now?
I mean, I guess it's still LeBron. If it's like that.
No, not he ain't. We ain't even see what that nigga look like. It ain't LeBron.
I don't think that matters. I think if LeBron is out there, everybody feels like, okay, this is who we got to get through. But if excluding LeBron just for a funner conversation, I'll say Steph Curry.
Because this is what I'm looking at, Lance. We got to remember who the Warriors are, right? So, Mike, the Warriors are a team that was the Warriors, right? These niggas have been winning a lot. Klay Thompson's missing. I get it. No KD. I get it, right? But those two niggas, they two pieces that are there, Draymond and Steph, know how to win basketball games. They've seen it, nigga, at every level. They've seen it in the finals playoff. They've seen it at every level. So I just don't see a world where it's a 2-point game and it's just them two niggas trying to figure it out. I just feel like they'll be all right. I'm watching the Mike Mulder nigga every time he take a shot. I think he's Steph. I'm like, man, this nigga look just like this nigga. Jumper ain't as sweet.
I promise you, he's not.
He's not. But you get confused on the defense.
Yeah, I just you know, it just happens all the time. It's like, yo, you have a player. I ain't gonna say a player like Steph, but come playoffs, it's like when they just get to focus in on one person.
Yeah,
it's tough, man.
And that's why it's KD. I was gonna say KD or Kawhi, but it's KD because Harden is going to just be free and do whatever he wants. And KD is just gonna know this and probably average like 30.
And the cold part about that is while you're saying that, the coldest nigga in the league is Kyrie Irving. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what makes the Nets interesting. So, right. So whenever I'm in the Bay, Gary Payton, he comes fuck with the shows.
Right.
So he was at the show Sunday. We was at Tommy T's and we start talking basketball. And he's talking about the Nets. And he was like, I don't think they can do it. He was like, they not playing no fucking defense. And these is his words. These niggas ain't playing no fucking defense. Everybody's want to take the ball and go score, but you giving up 145 points. That shit ain't gonna work in the playoff. And I understand that thought process. It's like, it's just niggas taking turns. Like, okay, now it's your turn. Go cook this nigga. All right, no, I'll go cook. And but the thing about them is James Harden is the one that provides the dynamic of, let me go get Joe Harrison. Let me go make sure DeAndre is engaged. And James Harden has averaged 34 points in the NBA. It's like so I understand the hesitancy of it.
Yo,
But then another part is like, but nigga, that's Kevin Durant, bro.
and they're all efficient. They not just dudes that's just shooting, and they
all efficient, and they all shoot like 90% from the free throw line.
Yeah, that in itself.
And they all get to the free throw line.
And KD actually does play defense. You know, maybe as a whole team, I don't know. No, I know they don't, but KD will play D.
I don't know, man. I'm watching the Warriors swagger right now, and they look like a fun. They are not the team that they were at the beginning of the season. They look fun. They look confident. They look like they're having a good time. They believe, nigga. I'm watching that last play last night. Give it to Steph. He missed. Give it to Steph. He missed. You just give it to him again, and then he hit it. It's like, yeah, nigga, he gonna hit one of them. No, this is the final. This is like the final play of the game. It was like, go to Steph. Damn, he missed it. Rebound. Give it back to Steph, and he missed it again. They gave it back to him, and he hit it. He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, nigga, he gonna hit one of them, bro. And they won by that bucket. I was like, I be thinking of the playoffs of it's 5 minutes left. Possession by possession, game by game, who do you trust? I trust Draymond and Steph more than I trust Draymond and Steph a lot, even minus Clay, because you still got Wiggins. Kelly Oubre probably be back by then. You got Kent Bazemore. It's like y'all got some deficiencies, but y'all got some y'all like when I'm watching the Lakers. And now they telling Caruso to go score. We've had this conversation on here before. It's about when you let a basketball player just go be free. It's like, nah, nigga, go get. But you sure? You sure? Like, yeah, nigga, just you got free range. Like, shoot the ball. Okay, you sure? And now for the last 4 or 5 games, Caruso been averaging like 17. Yeah, because he's oddly efficient. He's very efficient in the playoffs. When it's time when that one jumper just to change momentum. It's not the nigga don't have to get 13. The nigga got to get 8 when we really, really need it. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't believe in Phoenix at all. At all.
I wouldn't put money on him.
I believe in Chris Paul. So what else y'all want to talk about?
Hey man, don't leave this yet. Don't leave the NBA yet. I want to know how y'all feel about the triple-double record.
Oh my goodness. BT looked like he was gonna say something.
No, go ahead.
Yo, man, check this out. So I seen a stat that was like mind-boggling about this record, right? And I'm going to properly say it. So I'm looking it up, but I couldn't believe how this played out. Okay. Nope, I got it. So with Russ, okay.
Anticipating this like a motherfucker.
No, this would be worth it. This is a very interesting stat. At least it was to me. So, you know, Oscar Robertson had 181 triple doubles. Russ just broke it and got 182. Oscar Robertson had 181 triple doubles in 14 seasons. Right? He had 148 in his first 6 seasons. His first 6 seasons, he had 148 triple doubles. Right? Russ now has 182 triple doubles. His happened in 12 seasons. Right? In his first 6 seasons, he had 8. This is like, so that means in the past 6 seasons, nigga has 150 triple doubles or whatever the math is on that.
Yeah.
In 6 seasons.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because average triple doubles for 4 seasons.
That's the more impressive record to me.
Averaging it.
Yes.
4 times.
Because if you wanted to say, oh, he's scratching by, the games don't make no sense. He had like 21 rebounds the other day. 17 assists. It'd be like, it don't be like a little bit of a triple double. It'd be like, nah, Russ went for 20, 21, and 14. You'd be like, God damn, bro.
Hey man, look at this.
Now,
I'm a fan of Russ. I'm not a fan of the triple double, even counting them. To me, it's just like, okay, that's cool. You know, that's great. You know what? Not to like debunk the first stat you did that was like we all anticipated. That was great to hear, Lance. You know, man, but this this is what I heard today that was interesting about Oscar Robertson getting his triple doubles. When they counted his in the time they played, if you just passed it to a 3-point shooter and he hit the J, that didn't count as an assist. It only counts as an assist when he was driving to the hole and you dished it to him. So that means a lot of the statistics that they do today wouldn't even account it back then, 30 years ago when they played. So that means he would just run into the hole and was like, hey, behind the head, and they was making that dime and that layup, and that's how the assists were counted. So now they've opened it up so more stats can be counted.
Yeah, and they've been doing that for years. This ain't just start with when I tell you they've been crediting crazy assists for a long time now. I'm talking about you pass somebody the ball, they take 2 dribbles, Euro step, and finish, and they like assist. It's like, nigga.
Yeah, he did that on his own.
Yeah.
Kinda.
But it's like, you know, I ain't got nothing to do with Russ. He's playing with the rules this is what the rules are now. That's why I never, ever, ever compare eras. Like, you just can't do it, bro. The world is too different. The game is too different. I can't talk about who was better at something and somebody was 10 years ago. It's a different world. And that even goes for stuff as simple as music, food, clothes. Everything is different. The idea of a beautiful woman is different than it was 50 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
But Dorothy Dandridge was a bad bitch back in her day, though.
You know what I'm saying? What if who'd you say?
Dorothy Dandridge.
What if Dorothy Dandridge had the access to makeup and filters?
What if she had that ass on her though? What if she had like the butt?
You know what I'm saying?
What if she had like a tripod to like set up the camera so she could do all that?
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, what if Pam Grier had a ring light?
Oh man, it's a wrap, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It changes the game.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because Pam Grier had a real body.
Yes.
He had them things on it. Pam Grier had it was like, yeah.
She just didn't have the back of an iPhone. Like that camera's clear, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I like to appreciate everybody for their time and what they contributed. What Russ done, that shit is fucking amazing. And because I know what you're saying, Mike. Like, I'm not super into like triple doubles either, but nobody else done it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
and mind you, I also should be noticed that he's doing it with Bradley Beal on the same year that Bradley Beal's trying to fight for a scoring title. So it's like he's finding a way, and they're winning. So it's like when they wasn't winning, he was hurt. And now that they're winning, also it's like, no, this is contributing to winning games. It's like, because if you look at the rest of that team, them assists is difficult.
Isn't Bill hurt now? No.
Yes.
yeah.
And then if you just start thinking about the energy, right? So let's go and give that weird benefit of doubt. Let's say that the big men are backing off the rebounds. You still as a guard on defense are supposed to be the first person back, right? So this means that Russ is grabbing the board and taking, like, he's doing extra. Like that's also a contributor to his energy and endurance and how hard he plays. Then you know what it is? Russ plays so hard, he need other shit to do. Because you ain't never gonna see Russ just standing on the 3-point line like this. That nigga need to be busy. Like, Rita, assist.
That nigga's a special talent, man, a special athlete. And you know, it ain't a good, he's like a good dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like Russ is like a really nice, and you know, you know, he's a big fan of my comedy, and I understand why. Totally, I get his intrigue.
Yeah.
But nah, he's a solid nigga, and you know what I mean. When you watch people do stuff like that, it's like, bro, like when he did the press conference, the post game thing yesterday, he's like, yo, I don't really do the patting myself on the back, but I'm gonna do it today.
Right,
nigga, that's fucking incredible.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and
He has to because he's attacked
all the time, unfairly, right? And then I think about this right here too. How many games did he have? 21, 16, and 9. You know what I mean? 8 rebounds. He was 1 assist shy. And you know what I mean? Like all of those type of things, man. It's like to play like that consistently is just really amazing.
Man, so we had in a fantasy basketball team, we looked at like their fantasy numbers. Russ had 90 fantasy points the other day, bro.
We don't know what that means, but I believe it's good.
So on a good day, well, on these days Steph go for 50, he might have 55, 60 because it's mostly just points and 3-pointers, right? Because you get 1 for each point, then you get like a 1.5 for a 3, and then you get points for assist, you get a point for rebound. This nigga had like 94 fantasy points. In totality, for 8 players on a good winning team, you might have 249 points. The nigga had 90 fucking fantasy points. Yeesh.
It sounds incredible.
Yeah, I'm sticking with you, Mike. I'm just gonna say this is really good.
What you finna say though, Mike?
Oh damn! What was I gonna say? We
talking about fantasy.
Oh no, man! Hey! So, man, we giving him props. We gave him his flowers. We know that. Now, does his style of play? Can he win a championship with that style of play? Because you the point guard. The way he does it, he's running the team.
Yes, I like my point guards like that. I think the issue is more than a Russ thing. I think it's a coaching thing, and I think it's a system thing. D'Antoni's offense, absolutely not. But whoever the fucking trash ass coach was in Thunder, no.
That's the same coach you got now, Scott Brooks.
And that is, pray tell, might be the issue.
Damn.
I think Chris Paul ain't never win either. But Magic ran his team. LeBron runs his team like there is a certain trust. There's like so many things that go into winning a championship. If they had one, if any team that Russ was on had a third piece, then I think this conversation is more interesting. Because when they had the third piece, you had James Harden on the bench.
And they had, you know what it is? It's the same. It's the same thing. It's like the only problem with the Milwaukee Bucks is that other teams are really good.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, nigga, they lost to LeBron and D Wade and Chris Bosh. You know what I mean? It's like somebody gotta take this L, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They went through San Antonio and they went through Dallas. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, they went through Portland. They beat Portland that year, and that was, nigga, this shit was tough. You got to fight through some shit, and you know what I mean? It's NBA, and it like Ken Russ. The only problem with Russ I've ever seen is that he struggled with his jump shot. His jump shot is inconsistent. And only reason that is important is because he has the ball in his hand a lot. So the way the NBA basketball works now is if you have the ball in your hand that much, you got to be a threat to shoot all the time. That's why I like Philly, but they make me nervous because Ben Simmons has the ball a lot and the nigga don't shoot.
Right.
And Russ, it ain't like Russ didn't shoot. He just wasn't the most consistent with the jumper.
And it's also the game changed too, because they took the Russ don't shoot the three consistently. His mid range used to be icy.
Right. He stopped. I don't know what happened. He used to come full speed and pull up from the free throw line, and that shit was unstoppable.
He stopped doing it because twos don't count anymore.
That might have been something with the analytics or something, but it just that used to be money. And I mean, it still is sometimes, but it just is not a consistent go-to thing like it was. You know what I mean? So when they got to the finals, you got to remember Russ had 42 in the final. What was that, game 3 or 4 or something like that? They lost in 5. Russ had 42, and that
game series, that they won. It was all Russ.
Yeah. No. I think they. I feel like they lost that game. Because they won game 1. Remember, they won game 1.
Yeah, oh, you're right. This is the game 5. This is the last game then. No, last game he went off.
No, game 4. It wasn't game 5. Game 5 was the Mike Miller game when Mike Miller was hitting all them threes with his shoe off and shit. That's that because they blew him out. The last game they closed out in the blowout. But I remember.
Okay, so I guess I'm thinking theoretically the last game. Like if they win this one, you know what I mean? It's like it's like this game. If they don't win this shit is over.
I just remember because I don't believe none of this shit is that real anyway, or I think it's a lot of control shit going on. You remember OKC goes up 1-0. You remember game 2, KD gets the shot for the game, and LeBron hits the nigga. They don't call the foul, right? You remember this game when Russ was killing. Russ had like 42, and we talking about 42 Russell Westbrook points in 2013. Niggas going to the basket crazy. And this nigga probably shot 2 or 3 free throws. This is Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. If Russell is attacking like
screaming at niggas the whole time.
Okay, so who does the NBA want to win this year? The Knicks?
Yeah, I mean, I always think the Lakers is always especially where LeBron is at right now, the LeBron narrative, you know what I mean? They got Space Jam coming. He need them more rings. They try and push it.
Hey, if they win this year, come on. What are we talking about, bro?
Hey, man, but Giannis is in Space Jam too.
Is it?
That's what I heard.
I think Dame and Klay Thompson in it.
Hey,
Giannis ain't in it? I thought Giannis was in it.
I don't know.
If LeBron wins this year, where does it place him?
Where does what?
Where does it place him?
For me, LeBron's placing doesn't change. He's at where he at.
So you're saying he way better than Jordan?
No.
The other 5 shoes you got coming are Jordans. I mean LeBron. Fuck that up subconsciously.
No, I got it though.
I knew where it was supposed to land too.
Yeah, no, because and like the same thing with the triple doubles and all of that. I don't measure Russell Westbrook by triple doubles. Russ is Russ. By virtue of how he plays, he's gonna have those because especially because he's put his mind to it now to kind of like attack these things now. You know what I mean? With LeBron, it's like if I'm looking at basketball players I've seen, Mike is the best I've seen. If you ask me about why Michael Jordan is better, I'm never gonna tell you 6 rings. Like we got a whole bunch of shit to talk about before I talk about 6 championships.
Yo, man. No, go ahead.
What'd you say?
No, man. I one-liner. To answer your question, BT. I think LeBron is one of the best players to touch the NBA in its history. If you look in endurance, and what he's done over the course of time. Is he the greatest? No. That's it. Who is the greatest? I know who I feel is the greatest, but
then once again we talking about eras, and I don't like to cross eras. The only exception is Michael Jordan. That's the only exception I make. Is like, I don't like cross era, but that's the best nigga I've ever seen at any era. And I'll be looking at the stuff Mike was doing in the 80s, and I'm like, drop him into right now. He's gonna do all of that. I don't look at Magic. I don't look at Magic like put Magic in today's game. He's gonna do all of that. Exactly how he is.
Let me ask y'all this. What do you say for losing? Like, what credit do we give for losing and or facing adversity and or the opponents? Because let me tell it, post Michael Jordan, the NBA is a much better game. I think people saw how Mike played. Mike game was one of, it's like, it was the game that was modeled, right? And even if you don't get there, you still get Kobe. Like you get, it's not, he ain't Jordan, but that is close, right? And I feel like that skill set of having all the attributes, the game feels, when I watch the older games, it feels clunkier. It feels clunkier. It feels not as smooth. It feels more bruising as opposed to when we start talking skills. So it's like, I think there's something to be said about your opponent or like what you go through. And this is like in any era, any sport, whatever, right? Because those are the things you have to look like in like when I look at somebody like Nas, if I'm talking hip hop, I'm like, nah, but the nigga went heads up with Jay, right? So it's like when I'm looking at T.I., his battle was with Lil Flip. I'm like, I mean, that's cool. No diss to Flipper, but
he went with Ludacris too. I mean, just
yeah.
you know.
But then you know the Flip thing was like obvious. It was like a lot of stuff into that, and it's just like I wonder, like what we say to like when you look at like who they're up against. To me, Bron, Kobe, I feel like they played in a much harder league. I feel like Jordan was the standard, and he was so good that he definitely made people look not as good, but he was also so good that he was so mimicked after. It's like, whoo! If you start going down a list of that 50 greatest players shit, they would have to make a huge adjustment for that right now. Of course, most of the old niggas ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, that's what I mean by you. It's hard to do that, and because this is my thing with that. I understand what you're saying, but they done that 50 greatest list because it was the 50-year anniversary of the NBA.
Right.
So if you redone it 30 years later, it'd be the 80 greatest players. Why would you start taking old niggas off? Like that just...
So you move them. You move them way back.
Somebody gonna get left off though.
You move them way back. Scottie Pippen, like straight up question. Scottie Pippen better than KD? I don't know.
Hell no.
I don't even think they're in they had Scottie Pippen ranked really high. And I'm like,
he was I don't remember if they even ranked him. I just know they had the 50 best. I don't know if they had him like in order. I don't remember.
He was just there. He was on the list as
he was on the list, yeah. And he should have been on the list.
He should have been on. Amen. He should have been on because he got a lot of airtime. He got a lot of televised games. And if
they do it today, does he make it?
Yes.
What?
I don't know what you're saying. Are you saying the 50?
The 50 greatest players of all time. Does he make the list today?
Yo,
knowing you got to make.
I need to see the whole list.
Yeah, because them niggas got to come off. Somebody got to come off. You got to make it. He ain't better than Dame. He ain't better than Steph. Is he better than Clay?
He's going to be on the list before those people, not Steph. He'll be on the list before Damian Lillard. He'll be on the list before Klay Thompson.
And that's why cocaine.
I'm just now look, man, if you're talking about, but this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about dropping niggas into today's game.
Yeah.
Right? You can't drop Scotty into today. If you drop Scotty into today's game, you're going to say something like Andre Iguodala at best.
Yes.
Right? But that's why you can't compare eras, because things evolve and things become different.
Right.
In his day, he wasn't 100. In his day, he was something else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it is different. Now, my only exception is Michael Jordan. My only exception is if I drop the same Michael Jordan I saw right now, I think he averages 43 points. That's the exception to everybody else. Is like, nah, he ain't. I mean, he can play, but he ain't gonna be doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the fuck Magic Johnson is gonna do on defense guarding these guards. I have no idea how that's gonna look.
Hey man, look, we are in a more skilled league, but there's other players that we could drop in today. You could drop Stephon Marbury into today's game, and he would probably beast out, and so would probably Iverson.
But that's 2000s though. We talking about 80s, 90s.
None of them.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
None of them. You can't put Robert Parrish into
No. There are some players you could drop, but they somebody like Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, right? You drop him in today's game, is gonna be better.
Yeah,
a lot of those. A lot of players back in the day, and this is what's tough. So let's go in reverse. As hard as it is to do, you gotta try to make your mind go in reverse. And you drop Kevin Durant in the 80s.
Yo, man,
they won't let him do any of those things he's good at. They didn't have the foresight to have a 7-footer dribbling. That's not what he's going to be, a post player.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Why don't you transport a coach back then? Somebody just gonna let KD run the point at almost 7 foot. If you bring back a coach and KD, the league.
You know what I'm saying? That's why the era stuff gets so difficult. Now, what I'll say because I know what you're saying, BT. You're looking at John Havlicek, and you're saying, fuck, we're not even talking Kevin Durant. You're looking at John Havlicek, and you're saying Kyle Kuzma, bust that nigga ass.
Nigga bucket.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's the discredit to what Dave Cowens meant back then, or George Mikan, or Elgin Baylor, or Jerry West. I can only talk about them for what they done in their time. If you and then some of these dudes, you go back and look, like Wilt Chamberlain, right? So you see the highlights of Wilt Chamberlain, and you could say he was bigger than everybody else, and you could look at his moves, and they didn't look that refined, and he would just back up and do like a reverse finger roll type thing. Wilt Chamberlain, man, this nigga was the fastest nigga in the world. You know what I mean? Like, nigga was an Olympic. He did long jump. He did high jump. He ran the 200s. You know what I'm saying? So you got to imagine someone 7'1" with that frame and that athleticism, and try to imagine what he can do with these trainers and this technology.
Okay, stay there. Now I want to go back to a conversation we had some episodes back. Do you think the women's game will evolve like that for those very reasons? Are we looking at the Robert Parrish years of the WNBA, and we'll be looking up and be like, the one that they called Jordan? No, that wasn't her. It was this other bitch that was dunking from the free throw line. It was amazing.
It's possible. I think
ass, and she would glide. It was like, nigga, how'd she get that ass with it?
It's possible, because even if you look at some of the women now, and they doing stuff. And some of it has to do with training and technology, but then I just believe that physical makeup of men versus women is just different. So there's just certain things I don't think women are going to do physically.
Well, man, I think it's definitely going to evolve in such a way, and that's why I support trans athlete sports. Man, I am a huge supporter of this going down. Because if you change, man, and you identify as a woman, I think that's what you are. So to say no sports, nah, man. I mean, because what is sports anyway? Sports is entertainment. So if she's a woman now, you think she just did that just to play sports? Nobody's
I would.
Yes. The boxers and the MMA fighters, yes.
You think they changed it just to play sports?
The boxers and the MMA fighters, yes. I think that they broke up with a chick. They be like, "What you mean I can't hit her?" Gotcha. Don't worry about it.
Hey man, so I want that element added into men's sports too. If there's some, woman that changes to a guy and she extra dope, now she can play baseball or basketball even, let him play now that he's a guy. I think it goes both ways, man. I support it 100%.
I love the idea of a trans league that has men and women in it, but it's their league.
No, it's not enough.
It's their league.
Nah, man, I want them in the mix. I want to see a guy that changes to a woman and now they boxing. Yo, man, that's gonna be a vicious match, and you're gonna feel away. You're gonna feel away afterwards. You're like, this shouldn't be legal. But
they're gonna be in the press.
Are you gonna watch? Oh man, it's gonna be the highest grossing fight of all times, man.
Oh man. Oh, I'm so glad I remembered this because I've been wanting to talk to you guys about this. Oh shit. All right, total swerve off the cliff. What?
He thought he was gonna get canceled. He changed the subject.
No, you putting him into sports. We good. What constitutes a comedy special? Like, what makes a comedy special versus you taping a performance?
All right, you must have watched Chappelle on Rogan.
No, I haven't.
Okay. What tapes of, you know what? Honestly, nothing. You saying it's a special?
Yeah, but to you, what does it? As a viewer, when you're saying, "Oh, no, this is these elements were in there, so it made it good to me."
I mean, I guess for me, it's just camera quality, I guess. Like literally, it's like, oh, this is it's quality. The camera quality is quality. So yeah, I mean, because at that point, it's like what Deion Cole put out when he was doing the working out thing, right? He was just taking clips, and these were a lot of shit looked like cell phone footage.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yo, I felt like he was saying this is not a special.
That feels like a special to me. Because it's like thematically, it's called working out, and it's literally based in you. At the very top of it, he says, "Yo, there's a moment after you film a special when you're trying to develop new material and a new special. This is that process. This is artistically this created thing. When it's 100 years from now, and somebody goes back and looks up Deion Cole, they'll be like, oh, this is dope. This is this thing when he was like crafting the material when this thing stand-up comedy used to be around."
Yo, man, so look at this. Back in the day, they all were specials because there were so few of them. So to see an hour of somebody stand-up, whether you knew them or not, there was like some build-up, like you might have heard of them, or maybe you saw them once on Comic View, or, like only the biggest names got an hour special. Now, if you're talking in today's game of comedy, what constitutes a special? Oh man, everything is in the consumer. It's just, man, if you have fans and you release it, to them, it's special because it's you and they support you. Now, will anyone else care? I don't know. To them, it's just an hour that's on online.
We did. The reason I'm asking is, I think special is always very interesting word when people use it. We're coming out of a pandemic where we was all doing comedy online. Nigga, did I do 17 Zoom comedy specials? I don't fucking know. Like, is this a comedy special? I don't fucking know, bro.
Well, I mean, if you would have recorded it, packaged it, and released it and sold it, sure.
Maybe I'm asking this question wrong. What yeah, but that ain't good.
Right. Yeah.
So what makes a like a special good? Because like even if you have high quality, even if I have, let me explain for me. When I sit down to watch, if I'm sitting down at my house and you say, yo, man, I got a special, and I get special excitement, right? I'm like, oh shit, Sticks and Stones. Oh shit, Elephant in the Room, Raw. But like, if I get that enthusiasm within me to watch the piece of art that you have put the work in and the time in to create this over however much time, years, whatever, to craft me this piece of work, saying this as stand-up comedy, as something that I love and appreciate. This is my piece of art that I'm giving to you. It will hold up as in my career as something to judge me by. Like when I told the world I was a comic, this is what I fucking meant. When I was gone, I had this elephant in the room. For me, obviously the quality has to be there, right? To me, it has to edge in a moment in time for your career and or for life, right? So when we see like it's not Eddie Murphy, is it like Partners in Crime feels like a special for me because it's Robert Townsend and it's like, oh, Robert Harris is here. It's like, oh, this entity of this thing exists for us to reference back to. Somebody else has one like that. They have a 30-minute, Kevin's 30-minute, right? Because it's like, oh no, like it edges out this moment in your career where it's like, it don't even matter if it's an hour or not. It's just like, oh no, that's dope. For that matter, Pimp Chronicles, right? It's just like this moment in time. Hassan Minaj's special. It encapsulates his, because it's before he's full Hassan, and it's like, no, like the way it's showcased and the story that's being told and the moments, it's like, oh no, I get why this is a special.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
BT, whose isn't a special?
Most of them.
Just out right now.
Most of them. I like, especially if you start talking about what I enjoy. Last good special I watched, and I was just like, this was really, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I think it was Taylor Thomason. I think that's the last one I saw. It's called, I forgot what it's called, but thematically, it was about being in her early 30s. All the material was kind of crafted with a through line and segues that talked about this moment and the things that happened within this. It wasn't just like a set, nigga. Everything, most of it feels like a set to me. It's like, oh no, you just taped the set. You taped your set. You taped the set. You recorded the set and put it out and said it was special. What's your set?
Yo, man, I think I want to stay on this. I don't want to leave it, but I think you should record a set and put it out.
Call it special.
Yo, you don't call it whatever you want, but people want that from you. They want to hear the shit you was talking in 2021 and then go back to that one day when they see you in 2023.
I'm gonna put that shit out. I'm gonna call it. So I guess this is special too.
Yo, I'd listen to that in the car. I do long distance drives. You should put it out.
Yeah, man. Like even I heard there was a Cat Williams I think when he's talking to Fat Joe.
That was a great time.
That was.
I didn't see the whole thing. I saw the part where he said he's the greatest comedian alive, and I saw the part where he said,
even with me doing it.
He said he's the greatest. He said,
okay.
He said, yeah.
Keep going, man. Yeah, Cat is. That was fun though.
Yeah, he said he's the greatest comedian alive. He said the reason is because, and then he said a bunch of stuff, but I feel like he made reference to like I have 10 comedy albums, and I was like, who gives a fuck, Cat? I don't give a fuck about you. Pimp Chronicles. The one right after that, the one right before that, and I'll give you American Hustle. Because you have 10, don't make you the greatest to me.
But we know Cat, man. Cat.
Yo, man, for you to go against self-made.
Hey, man, we love Cat Williams, but he's fucking Cat Williams.
Yeah, but he counts these albums.
Cat Williams don't got no fucking 10 specials.
Cat Williams say I got 10.
Name them. You ain't had
no,
you seen
no,
10?
no, nigga. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, what makes it a special, nigga? I know 4, nigga. Because you put it out and made it a special. I don't know. Does that make it a special?
I know of.
What makes a special special? I think that's the question.
I know of Pimp Chronicles, American Hustle, Cat Williams Live.
That's the first one before Pimp Chronicles. That's Black Hat with the hair, the one that was in all the movie, all the places. It's pretty much the same material.
Jacksonville.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then the Jacksonville one. Then there's one called like Cat-topolis or something like that.
Yes.
Maybe he counted Shaq's All-Star Slam as a special.
No, Great American Hustle or
American Hustle.
something. No, American Hustle is one. It's like Great America something. Then there's one called Priceless. That's 7. Yeah, I know about 7.
Nigga he probably got 3 more, nigga, that came out, nigga, in 1904.
So, okay. So you knocking someone who claims to be prolific is not a reason for it to count into their thing as the special. Because that's how I look at Tupac. That's how I look at Wayne. They got such a huge body of work. That's part of why they're so great.
I got another question for you, Mike. Where does Cat Williams rank for you? Not even all time, just this era or this last era of comics.
That's easy for me, man. Easy top 4, top 5. For me.
Maybe top 5 and maybe higher.
Yeah, that's how I see Cat. Just because he's so in his own lane, his delivery, he got his audience. I always say that he don't get credit for his intelligence. I'm a fan.
What about you, BT? Because you look like you don't agree.
No. I know. I actually, if I'm thinking top tier, Cat's probably in my top 3. It's probably in my top 3. Obviously, Kevin's up there, but I prefer Cat over a lot of comics because, like what Mikey said, there's intelligence and there's stuff being said. Very rarely do you see Cat on stage and he's just talking to be talking. He's like making points. He's hilarious. He's and then all that, everything adds on top of that, right? Of all the things
I forgot about is pimping, and 9 lives. We had 9 for Cat. Keep going.
There's one more out there.
BT said it was a duplicate special though. He said that there was the same one. It was different with the same material.
The one, it's not exactly the same. The one before Pimp Chronicles. The one that's the one you see in all the Walmarts everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the first one he got distribution on.
Yeah, that was Cat Williams Live.
Cat Williams
The
Live.
one he did in Cincinnati.
Yes, yeah.
What was he wearing? All black with the belt buckle? Is it that one?
I don't remember what he was wearing.
He's definitely all black on the thing.
That was the one where he did the joke about his son wanting Jordans. And that nigga had to make a pimp decision. Now you can get them, but look at these. You can run the same distance with these on. He had, yeah.
But it had, and then it had some. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like it had some material that ended up in Chronicles.
Yes,
and maybe even some that spilled over to the special after that. I could be wrong.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. So no, I don't. But I don't hold that against him. If you missed it, you missed it. It was time for him to. I as a comic, I get that, right? Yeah, nigga. I don't know, bro. I'm wondering what's the difference for if as a comic, right? If I was as a music artist, as you're attacking projects in a totality, this is a mixtape, this is an album. What's the difference between putting out this as where's the mixtape album scenario for a comics in special?
I say how it feels to the viewer. So, but you want the comics perspective. Because I feel like if the viewer is anticipating this, they're excited about it, that's a special.
But I'm excited about a mixtape. If
right.
Wayne putting out music, I want it. If Lloyd Banks is dropping music, I'm listening. I don't care what you call it. You can call this motherfucker a baby shower. Nigga, I'm here. And I got my Burberry shirt on, like niggas do at baby showers. Nigga, it's like and because a part of the thing with the mixtapes and the special, see, Victory Lap was Nipsey Hussle's first album. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay. Crenshaw don't count as an album.
They were saying it was his debut album. That's how Victory Lap was promoted. Nipsey Hussle's debut album. And I'm talking about Crenshaw. I'm talking about Mailbox Money.
Mm-hmm.
1 and 2. You know what I mean? It's like I got 6 Nipsey Hussle projects before I get to Victory Lap.
And that's what I'm saying. I think it's something dope to have projects, right? To like, oh, I got projects that I'm working on that I'm gonna keep knocking out. And
yeah.
Then especially for comics, as long as it takes us to come up with material. So somebody like, I'll give you an example. Somebody like Louis C.K., who we know Louis at the end of the year basically burns all the material, right? At one point in time, he was like, no, at the end of the year, this is done. I'm on to some new shit. Every year, this nigga does like a reset. If every year you're dropping the material that you did, I don't give a fuck if it's on HBO, nigga. At some point in time, there's not enough life to live to make this special to me. And if you can, you are really, really, really good in comedy.
Okay, so
So
somebody, right, to acknowledge the comment, somebody said the better comparison would be an EP versus an album. An EP actually has a thing. An EP is a certain amount of songs.
Yeah.
So there's an actual thing for that. The EP is like, I don't know if it's the amount of time or the amount of tracks.
That's what it is for a comedy special. A comedy special, if it's an album, doesn't count as an album if it's under 45 minutes.
Yeah. So it's like that. An EP is anything under, I don't know how much it is for music, but EPs are usually 4 songs. 3 or 4 songs is like an EP. Like Drake dropped an EP with the Lemon Pepper and the joint with Lil Baby and the other joint. But I know what you saying, BT, is like people putting out specials and they're not special. But this is how I feel, right? So if you because we circling between comedy and music and those things, I want to hear all that shit. As a fan,
yes.
Because okay, we'll take Jay-Z for example, right? Jay-Z is widely regarded as the greatest rapper of all time.
Right.
Jay-Z got into a rhythm where he put out an album every year. That shit wasn't always the best, but
Was it all? I feel like it was all pretty fucking.
it was it was all decent, especially when you factor in he just gave me some shit I love 11 months ago.
Right.
Even if I don't love this, I like parts about it, and I want to hear the new shit.
Yeah, I appreciate the aspects of doing it. I appreciate that, but it's just like when I'm looking at I always be looking up, right? So if I'm looking at Chappelle, who across all standards is probably accounts for most people as one of the best to ever fucking do it, right? If not the best. Every piece of content that he fills out feels special, and it's not just because he's Chappelle, right? It's like, no, this is specific. Mike Brown's situation. Call it a comedy special, call it what you want, putting it out on Instagram, but there's a reason for this. There's a reason for the Netflix thing. There's a reason Sticks and Stones constitutes a very specific time frame. And maybe I just like segues. Maybe that's at the end of the day, is that what we're talking about? Do I just like segues? Do I just like thematic comedy with a segue?
I mean, if you say he's the best ever, I mean, if we comparing it to the best ever, then sure. But I mean, within that, because it's different, right? Like when he does the 846, the George Floyd thing, it's like, yeah. And that was interesting because I feel like he felt like he had to.
Yes.
He said almost as much as like, I have to say something. The people are waiting for me to say something.
Yeah.
And I don't really have no jokes right now. So let me just go say how I feel about this shit. Just so I can kind of move on.
Yeah, and how long was it? It was 8 minutes.
Yeah, it was an 8-minute set.
Was it 8?
He did another whole thing after that was like 20 minutes on Instagram.
Yes.
I believe, wasn't it like an 8?
No, 846 was 27 minutes.
Okay, that's what it was called, 846.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wonder, I don't know if Chappelle would count those as specials. I don't know if he would, but I'm just looking at the approach.
Okay, let's say this, right? Everything that you love, right? Think about, let's just stick with comedy just for this conversation. All the comics you love, your favorite comics. How many of them are your favorite comics based on their comedy specials?
That depends.
To me, right now, all 5.
Yeah, that depends.
No, hold on. Let me try to word it so not to sway your answer, but just word it to understand what I mean. I don't care if their specials were good or bad. I'm talking about the reason why you are a fan of them is because of their stand-up comedy specials.
That hasn't changed it for me, right? If you say who are my favorite comedians of all time, Eddie, definitely because of Raw, and it's definitely Raw even more than Delirious, but both, right? And then there's movies and shit like that, but Raw for stand-up. Chappelle, Sticks and Stones, and what's the first special?
Killing Them Softly.
No, the second one.
The one in the Fillmore.
For What It's Worth.
For What It's Worth.
Yeah.
For What It's Worth is more my jam. Chris Rock, right? These are the people that, if you're just saying like, nah, they do a comedy, I want to see. Now, if you start talking today, then we're talking about my peers and niggas that I love and want to respect.
Tomorrow all time, bro, or however you say it, because like
that all changed shit. Because I'm going to see Lance, because Lance and Mike, I've seen you niggas. I've seen your special live.
I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Let's say somebody like, for me, like Mitch Hedberg.
Okay.
I've never seen a Mitch Hedberg special.
Mm.
I don't know if he has one.
It's a Comedy Central half
Comedy
hour.
Central.
I know he got the comedy. I've seen shit broken up. I've seen broken up clips, and I heard like broken up albums, but I didn't. You know what I mean? I was a big fan of Patrice before I seen the special. You know what I mean? It's like I love listening to Patrice just talk on Opie and Anthony.
Agreed. Not on Opie and Anthony, but agreed. I love.
Yeah, that's better than so many specials I've ever seen.
You know what I'm saying?
Episode, right?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and if we keep going, Tony Roberts, it's not the specials.
But okay, it's not the specials, but I'm a Tony Roberts fan because of multiple TV appearances.
That's
Amen.
fine.
So that's how I feel about Earthquake. Was it his specials or was it his Def Jam set? And was it his set on something else?
Yeah.
And then it was seeing him live. He in my top 5.
Yeah, but if I wanted to, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that your TV performance is special or special adjacent, right? Because it's this moment in time. Comic View is a moment in time. Def Jam's a moment in time. So I'll give you that.
7 minutes though.
It's 7 minutes, but it's 7 minutes of fire, right?
Yeah.
It's just I don't know, bro. It's a very interesting. What if I told you? I don't know. It's just a really interesting thing to say. When you say you're dropping a comedy special, maybe we should just stop calling it a comedy special. Can we call it?
Just want another name for it. The word special is fucking you up.
Hey man, look at this. Maybe special should come from the generation before us. Like man, like anything Chris Rock drops, if it comes out on Netflix, that's a special to me. You know, it's going to be. And man, here's a whole tangent side note. And maybe you got to be married to appreciate this, or maybe not. But have you seen Paper Tiger?
With Ali Wong?
No, Bill Burr. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. I saw Bill. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Absolutely.
Man, it's very funny and it's a special. And maybe because of who was in attendance. You got like 20,000 people. Everything Kevin dropped. There's 20,000 people there. That makes it special.
Okay. With that standard being set, right? I also count the Sarah Silverman when she's in the improv lab and there's like 20 people. That's a special to me because you took a concept and you had a concept. You just didn't go do fucking comedy and film it. Like you had an understanding of what you was trying to create going in. Even the nigga that had no audience, the one that's on the blue screen.
Uh-huh.
I count that. It's special. It's like
BT said all of this shit just to tell us that he don't count Gerard Carmichael's first shit as a special.
No.
Because of notes. Is that what we're talking about?
I love Gerard.